for 27, 30, even up to like 40 years. Are we going to find that anymore? Is this very specific to Germany? Is this a thing of the past? Obviously, those that have worked, 27, 30, 40 years for a company are a generation above my generation.
Right. Yeah.
I was born in 78.
Working for the phone company for 40 years, right?
But I mean, I applaud, German worker culture for that dedication, that loyalty. But it also convinces me that there's something about staying in that comfort zone.
Yeah.
That but just a small counter, I think that there is more work-life balance here. And so, and so I think people are more focused on, in a healthier way, focused on other parts of their lives other than work, health in a more healthy way in Germany and Europe than they are in the United States.
Countries in Europe, Stefan, are playing around with the idea of a 4-day work week. Mm-hmm. A lot of German contracts, especially if you're working for government positions or in hospitals, the work week is not even contractually a 40-hour work week. Yep. It's 38.5. And we hear about talks of countries like France, even within Germany, within certain political parties, talking about a 4-day work week. Is that good for the economy? Would that be good for the workers?
It's totally bogus. You don't understand that anymore. There are a lot of people who even say, well, we would be more efficient if we work less. Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense to us, and especially if you're active internationally and if you work a lot with Asian companies as well, you're wondering how Germany is supposed to compete with other nations anymore. But they really take that seriously. And it goes even beyond that. In a regular German employment contract, you have around 30 days of paid vacation per year. Well, that's point one. And point two is, people don't say that openly, you have another 30 days paid leave for sickness. So people call in for sickness.
Well, you have up to 6 weeks.
Yeah. But they will do a lot of leaving their employment for being sick, or say that they are sick because it's just accepted, and the insurance pays money to the employer for 6 weeks, so it doesn't hurt the employer too much.
But I'll argue that you need that additional 6 weeks, because the first 30 days that you get, you're actually spending the majority of that accommodating for the systems that are broken here.
Probably.
So it really balances out.
Yeah.
What I love in Germany is that if you go on vacation and you're sick during vacation and you get a letter from the doctor stating you were sick, then you get back those days of vacation and they account for
while
6
you're
days.
still on vacation.
While you're still on vacation. That's the way to do it.
What is the legal reasoning behind that? They say, well, you need the vacation to recreate yourself. And if you are sick during your vacation, you cannot recreate yourself. That's why you need more vacation.
Relax,
you cannot relax. No, it's really ridiculous to some extent, to be honest. And coming back to your question, it doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest. Working less to be more efficient and to be able to compete in the globalized world we have nowadays.
I think that's the point, is the kind of competition. It's a good example in the United. I'll relate it to drugs in the United States when it comes to, for example, Adderall. Yeah. So the United States is addicted to Adderall. Like, everybody takes Adderall, and like, say you're going to university. If 95% of all the people that are around you are taking Adderall, you can't compete with them because they're on cocaine, like, getting all types of work done, like, in good work. It's I've taken Adderall before.
Are those creative studies?
Or self-studies.
I mean, I was, when Adderall was first coming out, I had a prescription for it, and I took it for a while, and I was like, I would take it now. I was very productive, and it actually made my body feel better. And so, like, there's a lot of benefits about it that I liked personally. But outside of that, like, for students now, like, that was then when nobody really had access to it. So this was in 2000s. early 2000s. Now everybody has access to Adderall. And so how do you go into a university as somebody that doesn't take it? Even if you're like Ivy League, top IQ, you will not be the workhorse that you are under Adderall. So you have to take it. And if you don't take it, you can't compete with these other people. And so Europe as a whole, I think, the EU in general, falls into this kind of category. And particularly Germany, is that this is nice. The work-life balance is nice. These regulations for the environment and stuff are nice. But you're not being competitive with the rest of the world, and it's taking off, and everybody here is getting left behind. And so that needs to be managed. And if it's not managed, it's just going to be this separation between Asian countries, specifically the United States, China.
Absolutely.
And Germany is just going to continue to fall behind until it gets,
We're seeing that now with the contracting economy in Germany, especially in the manufacturing sector, low GDP. If we're going to go to a 4-day work week, how are we going to continue to be more productive if we're not putting in the hours, right?
Well, you hire foreign employees and don't tell them the rules, right? That have the drive like we do to come in here and work, and I think that's a problem.
We have to accept some of the socio-demographic issues. Is that there's more people retiring, less people working. There's going to be some serious concerns about retirement funds, the state and governmental Social Security and retirement funds, because there's more coming out and less going in, right?
It's as simple as you say.
And the EU doesn't offer the type of investment products for workers that are available in the United States, such as 401k contributions into an IRA account or a Roth IRA account, where there's significant tax advantages. And that is compound growth of that investment over a 30 to 40 year work career. That's significant. If you do it right and you monitor and manage your funds correctly, you can retire in the United States with a nest egg that's quite healthy, completely separate from the Social Security you get from the government. I'm worried and concerned about the German economy in the 25 to 30 years when my generation will retire, that there won't be that pool of funds available. And you see on the geopolitical stage with immigration happening, where Angela Merkel's reign as chancellor brought in millions of immigrants, primarily from Syria, Northern Africa, that still to this day haven't been fully integrated, can't or won't work, but that's a burden to the Social Security system. Also with the Ukraine-Russia conflict, Ukrainians coming into Germany, drawing unemployment, drawing social benefits, going back then to Western Ukraine or to Poland, and then coming back next month for the benefits. This is exactly what the Arbeitsamt, the unemployment authorities in Germany, are paying. And I don't see this as being sustainable. And this is going to have an effect on the German workers.